Can I ask those able to rise, please, for the bride? Thank you. Please be seated. Welcome, family and friends. My name is Rudy Heesen, and I have the privilege and honor and great delight to perform this marriage ceremony today. And on behalf of Craig and Mariola, I want to extend a very warm and cordial welcome to each and every one of you. I know that they are delighted that you're here today to share with them during this most joyous day in their lives. And by your presence, you celebrate with them their love for each other, and you support their decision to commit themselves one to each other in marriage. Sooner or later, we begin to understand that love is more than verses on Valentine's or romance in the movies. We begin to know that love is here and now, real and true, the most important thing in our lives. Love is the creator of our favorite memories and the foundation of our fondest dreams. Love is a promise that is always kept, a fortune that can never be spent, and a seed that can flourish even in the most unlikely of places. And this radiance that never fades, this mysterious and magical joy is the greatest treasure of all, one known only by those who love. Family and friends, a wedding is a celebration of falling in love and beginning a marriage. Yet this wedding celebration today is a celebration of a successful partnership and staying in love. And just as we celebrate our successes, whatever they might be, so today Craig and Mariola, you're celebrating your achievement in being successful and being partners and best friends in life. You have shown how it's possible with unconditional love to learn the best what each has to offer, appreciate your differences, and confirming that being together is far better than being apart from each other. Now, many of you here today are friends of Craig and Mariola, and some of these friendships were formed years ago, while others are more recent. But each is special, and all remain strong. But whether here today as friend or family, you are here because you've given them your friendship, your support, your guidance, but above all, your love during these years. Greg and Mariola wish to thank their parents, Alicia, Mark, Patty, and Gary. Thank you for all the love and guidance you have given to Mariola and Greg during their lives. They stand before you today with all of the past experiences and all they've learned from you, their parents. The love they share and embody, learned from you, have made them confident that they too can say, I will be faithful and love you from this day forward. As parents, many of the gifts you have given them seemed second nature to do, like that's what parents do. However, these gifts of love, small or great, words and acts of kindness given to our bride and groom received from you, their parents, will be passed on to their children. Love is one of the strongest emotions we are capable of feeling. Through your compassion, your patience, your dedication as parents, you have allowed this love to evolve in the love that Mariola and Greg share today, right here, right now. So today, Mariola and Greg celebrate the love, compassion, and happiness you have given them throughout their lives. And they love you very, very much. Greg and Mariola, we have a great body of literature written about human love. One writer says that it's not the extraordinary things that make life worthwhile, but the love that we share with those around us. Another reflects on love with these words: in order to find love, we must first take the chance of risking our heart to another, for it's only then, in the very act of offering ourselves, that true love is discovered. You see, in life as well as in marriage, the key to true love is to understand not only the spoken word, but those unspoken gestures, the little things that mean so much just by themselves. The key to love is forgiveness, to accept each other's faults and pardon mistakes without forgetting, but with remembering what you learned from them. The key to love is sharing, facing your good fortunes as well as the bad, both conquering problems, forever searching for ways to intensify your happiness. The key to love is giving, without thought of return, but with the hope of just a simple smile, and by giving in, but never giving up. The key to love is respect, realizing that you are two separate people with different ideas, and that you don't belong to each other, but that you belong with each other, sharing a mutual bond. The key to love is inside all of us. It takes time and patience to unlock all the ingredients that will take you across this threshold. But the rewards are worth more than the effort, and that is the key to love. Greg and Mariola, happiness is perhaps the greatest and most challenging adventure of any human relationship. A good marriage must be created. In the art of marriage is never being too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say I love you often. It is never going to sleep angry. It is at no time taking the other person for granted. It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It is standing together facing the world. It is, as you're doing right here today, forming a circle of love that gathers in the whole family. It is doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy. It is cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, but above all, a sense of humor. It is having the capacity to forgive and to forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each of you can grow. It is a common search for the good and beautiful. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner. Gonna have lots of mosquito bites here. Greg and Mariola, marriage is perhaps the greatest and most challenging adventure of human relationships. No ceremony can create your marriage. Only you can do that through dedication and perseverance, through talking and listening, helping and supporting and believing in each other, through tenderness and laughter, through learning to forgive and learning to appreciate your differences, by learning to make the important things matter and to let go of the rest. What this ceremony today can do is to witness and affirm the choice you make to stand together as life mates and partners. Well, this reading you've selected is called My Love, and it's really something you say one to another, so I would ask you to look at each other And it goes like this. When I initially met you, I had no idea how much my life was about to be changed. But then how could I have known? A love like ours happens once in a lifetime. You were a miracle to me, the one who was everything I'd ever dreamed of, the one I thought existed only in my imagination. And when you came into my life, I realized that what I always thought was happiness could not compare to the joy loving you brought me. You are a part of everything I think and do and feel. And with you by my side, I believe that anything is possible. This day gives me a chance to thank you for the miracle of you. You are and always will be the love of my life. Can I please ask the parents of the bride and groom to stand? Marriage in itself is a blessing, but doubly blessed is the couple who comes to the marriage altar with the blessing and support of their parents, who has the honor of lovingly supporting this man and woman as they enter into marriage. Thank you. Craig and Mariola, you have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. Now at some point you decided to marry. Pardon me, please be seated. It's all good. At some point you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed you've been making promises and agreements in an informal way. All those sentences that began with, and all those late nights that included someday and somehow and maybe, all these common things and more, they are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you're about to make are a way of saying to each other, you know, all these things we hoped and dreamed and talked about, well, I meant it all, each and every word. No other human ties are more tender, and certainly none are more sacred than those you are about to share with each other. Craig and Mariola, as we come to your vows and as you're holding hands, be reminded that the hand offered by each of you is an expression of self, just as is your mutual love. Craig, as you look at Mariola, Craig, do you, in the presence of your family and friends as your witnesses, present yourself willingly and of your own accord to take this woman Mariola as your lawfully wedded wife? What is your answer?
I do.
And do you promise to have and hold her from this day forward, to love and to cherish her through joy and sorrow, in sickness and in health, for richer, for poorer, for better, for worse, and forsaking all others for as long as you both shall live? What is your answer?
I do.
And Mariola, do you, in the presence of your family and friends as your witnesses, present yourself willingly and of your own accord to take this man Craig as your lawfully wedded husband? What is your answer?
I do.
And do you promise to have and hold him from this day forward, to love and to cherish him through joy and sorrow, in sickness and in health, for richer, for poorer, for better, for worse, and forsaking all others for as long as you both shall live? What is your answer?
I do.
Well, family and friends, the following reading is a beautiful blessing, confirming this wonderful relationship of love and commitment we're celebrating with Craig and Mariola today. The reading is called Blessing of the Hands. It's kind of a journey through life, and it goes like this. Craig and Mariola, the hands you're holding today on your wedding day, Saturday, July 6, 2019, are the hands of your best friend, young and strong and full of love for you, as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and always. These are the hands that work alongside yours, as together you build your future. These are the hands that will hold you when fear or grief comes your way, and with the slightest touch will comfort you like no other. These are the hands that wipe away your tears of sorrow and give you strength when you need it. These are the hands that will tenderly hold your children. These are the hands that will help you to hold your family as one. These are the hands that will love and cherish you through the years, that even when wrinkled and aged, will still be reaching for yours and continue to give you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. Craig and Mariola, may these hands always be held by one another. May they have the strength to hold on during the storms of stress and the darkness of disillusionment. May they be tender and gentle as they nurture each other in love, build a marriage founded in grace, rich and caring, and reaching together to bring forth the very best in both. May I please have the rings?
How the hands? Not good.
Thank you, thank you. Craig and Mariola, the rings you are about to exchange are made of precious metal. They have value and great worth. Today they are pristine and shining. Yet with wearing them they will become weathered and worn, yet their value will increase and deepen. The rings are complete and whole. They're endless circles without identifiable beginnings and without ending. May your love for each other bear each of these characteristics in the years to come, and long, long years from now. While looking at your rings, you'll be able to say, with you I've lived the life I always wanted to live. With you I've become the person I always longed to be. Craig, will you please repeat after me as you place the ring on Mariola's finger? Mariola, I give you this ring.
Mariola, I give you this ring.
As a symbol of my love and devotion.
As a symbol of my love and devotion.
With this ring, I marry you.
With this ring, I marry you.
Right. And Mariola, will you please repeat after me? Craig, I give you this ring.
Greg, I give you this ring
As a symbol of my love and devotion.
as a symbol of my love and devotion.
With this ring, I marry you.
I marry you.
Craig and Mariola, my hope as you commence your journey as husband and wife is that you will always remember the qualities that attracted you to each other when you first met, and how you felt as your feelings of attraction turned into respect, admiration, and finally love. That as time progresses, your marriage be one of ever-growing depth and meaning, continuing to enrich your lives. That you will work hard to turn your feelings of love into acts of love, so that nothing and no one can divide you. That you meet with courage any problems that arise to challenge you. That you will always have loving and kind hearts to each other, that are quick to ask for forgiveness when you are wrong, but also to forgive when your partner is wrong. That you will always respect the uniqueness of each other. That your communication always be abundant, clear, and honest. And that your love might grow to hear all things, believe all things, hope for all things, endure all things. And that your love increases and overflows beyond anything you can imagine. Craig and Mariola, we've heard your promise to share your lives in marriage. We recognize and respect the covenant of marriage you have made here today before each one of us as your witnesses. Therefore, in the honesty and sincerity of what you have said and done today, it is my honor and delight, by the powers vested in me by the province of Ontario, to declare you husband and wife. Craig, I'll get out of your way and then you may kiss your bride. We'll just take a few moments now to sign the marriage document, so you have to sweat just a little bit longer.
Sorry, guys.
let's take our time tonight, girl. Above us, all the stars are watching. There's no place I'd rather be in this world. Your eyes are where I'm lost in. Underneath the chandelier, we're dancing all alone. There's no reason to hide what we're feeling inside right now. So baby, let's just turn down the lights and close the door. Ooh, I love that dress, but you won't need it anymore. No, you won't need it no more. Let's just kiss till we're naked, baby. Versace on the floor. Ooh, take it off for me, for me, for me, for me now, girl. Versace on the floor. Ooh, take it off for me, for me, for me, for me now, girl. I'll unzip the bag and watch it fall while I kiss your neck and shoulders. No, don't be afraid to show it all. I'll be right here ready to hold ya. Girl, you know you're perfect from your head down to your heels. Don't be confused by my smile, 'cause I ain't never been more for real, for real. So just turn down the lights and close the door. Ooh, I love that dress, but you won't need it anymore. No, you won't need it no more. Let's just kiss till we're naked, baby. Versace on the floor. Ooh, take it off for me, for me, for me, for me now, girl. Versace on the floor. Ooh, take it off for me, for me, for me, for me now, girl. Yes. It's warming up, can you feel it? It's warming up, can you feel it? It's warming up, can you feel it, baby? It's warming up. Seems like you're ready for more, more, more. Let's just kiss till we're naked. Ooh, Versace on the floor. Hey, baby, take it off for me, for me, for me, for me now, girl. Versace on the floor. Oh, oh, oh.
It's my honor to be your master of ceremonies this evening, but before we get into some housekeeping items, we have to fill these seats behind me here, so let's bring in our wedding party. Yeah! All right, put your hands together. They aren't in it. No, they're not in the wedding party. All right, here we go. We got Chantal, Nathan, Britt, Eric, Krista, Justin, Julia, Brent, Rebecca, Lou, and then your maid of honor, Natalie. Somebody's called the best man here. All right, here comes the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's start to introduce the newlyweds today, Mariola and Greg Stevens.
Get Be her at night, life goes right with that big boat. Big blue slate, wanna see my me. The whole city got Chris, her, he got three. The other jumping at her.
Instantly, we can see why she married him. All right, we're gonna enjoy our first dance for the couple now. So if anybody would like to remain standing.
Something very smooth that looks my way and calls my name. It seems to leave this trouble world behind. If I'm feeling down blue, troubled by some foolish game, she always seems to vividly change my mind. I feel fine anytime she's around me now. She's around me almost all the time. If I'm well, you can tell she's been with me now. She's been with me now. It's quite a long, long time, and I feel fine. Every now and then, things I lean on is the meaning, and I find myself repeating in places where I should not let me go. She has the power to go where no one else can find me. Yes, and silently remind me of the happiness and good times that I know. But I said I just got to know that it isn't what she's got to say, but how she feels so sweet. To me the words are nice, the way they sound. Like to hear them miss and rain. It doesn't much matter what they mean. What she says mostly just calm me down. I feel fine anytime she's around me now. She's around me now, almost all the time. If I'm well, you can tell that she's been with me now. She's been with me.
All right, as I stated earlier, if I could just have your attention for like 5 minutes, that's all I need for the rest of the night. As I stated earlier, my name is Pat, and I'm a lifelong friend of our handsome groom, Greg, and I'm thrilled to be up here this evening. Greg and I were at the Canadian Open last year when he asked me if I would be the MC today. Funny thing is, 6 months later, Mariola asked me if I was interested in being their MC at the wedding, so he clearly did not clear this with her before he asked me. That's a true story. I was instantly honored. I was also a little bit shocked, to be perfectly honest with you, but then considered the general literacy levels of our group of friends and decided this was more a decision made out of necessity rather than choice. So here I am, and I'll do my best. It was an instant yes on my behalf, as I've had the opportunity to speak at a few weddings over the years, and I was very excited for it. The excitement was quickly followed by that instant feeling of don't leave this until the last minute and screw this up for Mariola's sake. So this morning while I was completing the majority of this speech, that's also a true story, I realized Greg is a successful, well-liked, respectable guy, and that he's really not the easiest person to publicly roast. That being said, I'm going to keep this to about 5 or 6 minutes, about the length of one of his haircuts, just to not bore anyone, and make sure this goes smoothly. Yeah, I had to get one in, man. A little background. I grew up alongside Greg's big brother Garrett freckled gentleman sitting right beside him. And we were inseparable for most of our childhood. Greg was never out of place. He was always tagging along with us, even though he was 5 years younger. He was never out of place in the driveway playing hockey, in the backyard playing soccer, or in the basement playing mini sticks. It wasn't long before Greg's athletic capabilities surpassed mine. He was roughly 7, I would have been around 12. He was actually a freak athlete, I was just a late bloomer. Came around later. Greg is one of the funniest guys you'll ever meet, and is also secretly the best salesman probably in this room. He's been convincing myself and several others to be unnamed that are in this room to take various wild, unwinnable, and just unrealistic bets, both on the golf course and while playing video games. We knew we had no chance to win, but he just has this uncanny way of making you feel like you can. Heck, he's convinced Mariola to marry him, so that's proof to my story right there. All kidding aside, for everyone on Mariola's side of the family, Greg is a very loving, friendly, loyal, and humble human being. He puts his friends first and wears his heart on his sleeve, and he comes from one of the best families you'll ever meet, so rest assured you are getting an excellent member into your family today. Mariola, you look absolutely stunning today, and I hope today was as perfect as you had imagined it. I wish nothing but the best for you guys, and I'm excited to see what the future holds. So with that, Nostrovia, cheers. Looking forward to watching you guys go all together. I hope I said that right too. Everyone has noticed we have a putting green up here, so we have a kissing game this evening, and our newlyweds have thrown a little twist on it. Located directly in front is our putting green. You have one shot to drain the ball only in the center cup. The left and the right don't count, and if you miss it completely, that should be the last time you golf. You sink it, they kiss. It's that simple. As evidenced at the bachelor party, we have quite a few golfers in this room, Bo Pither's winning team specifically, so this should be no issue. And to make it a little more interesting, if you miss, you must kiss someone in the crowd respectfully. Keyword. It can be the person you came with, someone random, Greg, it really doesn't matter. Just leave the staff and the photographer alone is all that I ask. Yes, that's my wife. So in saying that, it's time for someone to test this out. So I'm gonna pick a volunteer. I need someone who's a golfer. Looking for someone a little shorter. Where are you? Josh Kuehl, where are you? There he is, get up here, big guy. Come on, Kuehl. What a team player, everybody. Josh is an avid golfer. He can commonly be found around all the coniferous trees on the golf course. And he's gonna show us just how easy this is to do. Best of luck, Josh. No chance he hits this. Warm it up. And that's the last time Josh golfs. Hey, the man. Gets through. Round of applause for Josh, please, everybody. What a team player. I actually wrote down here, shocker, he missed, so I was expecting that to happen, and I was bang on. Please feel free to come up at your leisure tonight, folks. I'll start calling random names probably halfway through dinner if no one's playing, so whenever you're ready, come on up and play. We're ready. Contestant already. Looks like more of a golfer than the last guy. We're 0 for 2, folks. 0 for 2. You might as well just kiss her right now, Greg.
Take your shoe off, Gary.
Come on, Gary.
Get in there!
You know what? That didn't go off, Gary. If you want to knock that in, it's all yours.
Yeah, knock her in, Gary.
Finish it. There we go. All right, here we go. Mark's coming up now. Breaks a little to the right. Starting to feel like Greg's rigged this game. Is there more time or do you have to go? Alright, Dave Machuski, ladies and gentlemen, this is a natural golfer, a natural athlete actually. He's all the way from Guelph, Ontario.
What are his stats?
If anyone's been to Guelph, you only go once. The center.
Actually gets it. What are his stats? Weight and height.
6'3", about a cool 205. Dave's lining up the putt. David does break slightly to the right. Yes, Greg's rigged the game.
Hey, give Greg a kiss. Almost move over. Hey, give Greg a kiss. You gotta kiss somebody. Oh. Give him a kiss.
Alright, it's time to break the streak. That would be impressive. That's the way, there you go. Nice try, nice try. Let's get someone from the back up here. Oh. Personally, this is a part of the reception I look forward to at every wedding I attend. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the often comical, always entertaining best man speech. And let me tell you, today is no exception. This guy is quite the character. Yeah. He's a food critic, a music aficionado. He rubs his chin when he's puzzled and spent his early days tormenting his sister Carly, little brother Greg, and also myself. Please help me in welcoming one of my best buddies to the mic, Garrett the Champ Nemitz.
Hi everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I am Greg's older brother Garrett. I know what you're thinking. I do look like Marv from Home Alone. Anyways, I'm honored to be Greg's best man. Let's start with Mariola. Whoa. You look beautiful. Bridesmaids, not too shabby either. I met Mariola a few years before she started dating Greg. She's always been an easygoing, fun-loving person who gets along with everyone. Her attitude is top-notch, and I can easily see why she fell for Greg. Or Greg fell for her. Ola, you have made my job easier as a brother. Thank you for taking over the neck and back shaving role. And I guess now his head as well. I couldn't be happier to officially welcome you to the family, and I look forward to spending many more fun years together. Okay, everyone, what touched their drink?
One touch it.
It's time to talk about Greg, also known as Egg, Craig, Coach, or Nemo. Let's begin with Greg as a kid. He's always been a very charming and likable person who follows directions intently, and he has an incredible ability to get people to do things for him. I'll provide a few examples here. Growing up, we spent a lot of time outside playing sports. And my old man once told Greg, if you ever get in trouble and you have to go to the bathroom, find a tree. Well, wouldn't you know, a few days later, I look out the window, and there Greg is, pants around his ankles, dropping a deuce on our backyard tree. I can't really remember his exact age, but let's just say it happened between the ages of 5 and 14. One of the biggest mysteries about Greg was his academic success. He used to win awards in elementary school, and he had good grades as a traveling athlete in high school. The thing is, I don't remember him ever doing any homework. I think he paid my sister to do his work and grease his teachers with hockey tickets, but nonetheless, the teachers loved him. You can't really talk about Greg without mentioning competition. He is a competitor in every sense of the word. Growing up, all we did is compete, whether it's sports, playing cards, video games, or even eating. He did a lot of losing in his early years, being one of the youngest amongst our cousins, but he quickly learned from that and took it out on everyone going forward. As now he's won just about everything. Greg and I have a long history of competing against each other. There were the competitive eating years where at family dinners we'd see who'd eat the most. This almost always ended up with Greg ruining a carpet or a seat in the van. The guy was an absolute force when it came to cannelloni and cream soda. But yeah, we no longer do that. There was a point in time a few years ago where I thought Greg would have traded one of his Mem Cup rings to beat him in a game of euchre. Thankfully, he won. And then there were the backyard wrestling days. Luckily for him, we retired last year. Some of the best times of my life were spent traveling around Ontario with Adam and Zach, watching Greg play with the Windsor Spitfires. 2 Mem Cups, Canada World Juniors, Canadian under 18s, along with time spent in the AHL and NHL, is quite the career for any player. I'm not sure if that was a yawn or not. I need your coffee. I could not be more proud of what you accomplished. I think Gary and I were more disappointed than you were when you had to retire due to injury. I believe your passion, desire, and knowledge of the game and competitive nature will take you as far you want to go in coaching, and I can't wait to be there every step of the way. Turn the page. Greg, you are the best brother I could ever ask for. You have always been there for me when I needed you. It's not too often that the older brother looks up to the younger brother, but that's definitely the case here. I'm thrilled to be playing hockey with you now, and go figure, we've won 2 championships since you joined. We will continue our competitive rivalry on the golf course. You're the best. I love you. Can everyone please raise a glass to the Nemesis?
Okay, I promise I'll keep it short. Good evening, everyone, and for those of you who are Polish, dobry wieczór. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Natalie, and I am Mariola's younger sister, sorry. But let's be real, you are all here to hear about the bride. Some of you may call her Mariola, some of you may call her Ola, and some of you, like the groom himself, call her O-Dog. But to me, she will always be called Lolka. Ever since I was a little girl, you have always been the biggest role model in my entire life. Whether it came to her charming personality or her fabulous style, I did everything I possibly could to just be like her. Today, I will never forget the first thing I would hear every time I would come home from school. Nat, stop stealing my clothes and put it back where you found it. She said these things so often, some people would call it her motto. Loka, from the moment you pushed me around in your doll stroller to the moments we were standing by the air conditioner outside taking modeling photos with the fan, you have been more than just a sister. You have been a best friend too. So no wonder I was protective when I found out only a couple of months into their relationship about this suddenly very important person in your life named Greg. I remember the day my sister mentioned Greg to me. Nat, I have to tell you something. Greg, of course, naturally hit it off with my parents after my mom had served him what seemed to be a whole beer store. And yet, I had my doubts. Who was this man who thought he could steal my best friend away from me? But it wasn't until the day that my sister had told me the real reason why she had waited to tell me and my parents about why she wanted to tell us about Greg. And that was the very day that she told me, that was the day she knew she would marry Greg and that she wanted to spend the rest of her life with him. Greg, thank you for treating my sister with lots of hugs, kisses, great music, funny jokes, and amazing, plenty of delicious food. Keep it up, and I promise you she will treat you like the amazing man you are. Being 5 years apart may have been difficult for my sister and I, but it has never stopped us from staying close. Loka, being your maid of honor has been an absolutely amazing experience, and I would not take it back any second. It gave us time to reconnect after you were completely swept off your feet. Now, before I finish, I just want to quickly address both the bride and the groom. Loka, I'm so glad you found a man who knows how to cook amazing, delicious food for you. And Greg, I'm so happy you found a woman who got you an amazing dog. I am so beyond happy for the two of you, and I cannot wait to see what great adventures this life has to hold for you. So, congratulations, and cheers. Na zdrowie.
No, I will not. Good evening, everyone. Old man. My name is Marek, that's my wife Alicia. We just want to welcome all of you, especially we thank you, our family, who flew all the way from Germany to be with us in a very special day. Thank you. It was March 21st, 1991. I was living at that time in Italy when I got the phone call from Poland. My first child was born. From this moment, it took me almost 2 years before I saw you, Mariola, for the first time. No pride. My whole life, I have regret spending 2 years apart from you. Mariola, look at you. You are raised into a beautiful woman. You have accomplished many important things in your life. We are so proud of you. It's not more than 4 years ago I remember having a conversation with Mariola that she didn't want to get married until she's 30 years old. But 3 years ago, you come to us and told us you meet somebody. You said you feel safe and happy around this new person. At this point, you want to introduce us to Greg. The first time when we meet the Greg, he was a little shy, but very kind.
Everybody knows that story.
After a couple hours in the conversation, and of course, couple cold ones, when he looked at Mariola and spoke about her, I could tell he was madly in love in her. Greg, thank you so much for being the man my daughter deserves. We wish both of you dreams come true. However, Greg is not only the greatest thing that happened to Mariola. He also brought his beautiful family into our lives. Patty, Gary, thank you for raising such an incredible young man. And as for right now, I want to please ask everyone to raise their glasses with me to toast for love, health, and good fortune for this two beautiful couple. Na zdrowie! Cheers! Thank you. Good job. Oh my God.
Hello, everyone. Greg and Mariola knew that I'd be a bit nervous about this speech. They gave me some great advice. They said, don't try to be too funny, witty, or intellectual. Just be yourself.
We're so happy to welcome all of you, our family and closest friends, on this joyous occasion.
We remember the day Greg was born like it was yesterday. We're so proud to be the parents of this beautiful baby boy.
We remember the day Greg graduated kindergarten, grade 8, high school, and most recently college with his firefighting certificate. We were so proud to be the parents of that young man.
We remember when Greg was drafted to the Windsor Spitfires in the OHL, later to the Calgary Flames in the NHL. We will never forget watching him win 2 Memorial Cups, represent Team Canada in the World Juniors game, and play his first NHL game. We were so proud to be the parents of that young man.
We remember when Greg coached his first OHL game for the Oshawa Generals. We're so proud to be the parents of that young man. It just goes on and on.
What do you got for Garrett?
Today is definitely our proudest moment, to be the parents of the man we see here, starting a family of his own and setting out on a great adventure with his beautiful new wife, Mariola.
Gregory, our third child and baby of the family, we knew early on that you were a charmer. Our speeches are very similar. Everybody in the family tells the same story. Even as a toddler, you gave the biggest smiles and the best hugs. You always seemed to know just the right thing to say and do when you wanted something. Some might call it manipulation.
Greg, from an early age, you recognized the importance of negotiating. When you were 9 or 10, you were called up to play in a hockey tournament with an older team. And we knew that you needed to beg your mother for permission to miss school, because clearly we know what side I was on. Preparation. Garrett, what'd you say to me?
Simply know what you're doing.
I'm here.
You're doing a great job too. You want a joke?
Garrett, yeah, you got a joke? Garrett, tell a joke.
Tell a dad.
Oh, I can't tell an inappropriate joke right now.
They're missing, the notes are missing here somewhere. Well, anyways, here's the note. No, it's not here. So the note says, in Greg's handwriting, I have it here somewhere, Patty Nemus, it's your son Greg, like I'm not sure who you were. If you please let me go to this tournament, I will get all my assignments and get them finished. Please let me know ASAP. Love your son, Greg. Oh, sorry, here it is.
Okay.
So here's Greg's writing, when he was that young, on these 2 pieces of paper left on the kitchen table.
Same writing.
Never legible. Fast forward to a few years later. To Mom's dismay, her baby left home much too early to play hockey in Windsor and found ourselves without Greg at home. We could hardly get through a Sunday night dinner with the big void at the table. But at the end of the season, Greg always made his big return, and our family was back complete again. One summer, a few days after he got home, lo and behold, there was a note on the kitchen table.
Cardi or Garrett, $40 to whoever cleans my room and sets it up so I can maintain it. i.e., get rid of all the poop in my closet. I think he had a golf tournament or commitment he had to get to. What Greg didn't know that was bribing was never necessary. We missed him so much. We would do anything for him every year when he returned.
We're not quite sure how much charming Greg had to do when he moved away, but rumor has it a couple of high school teachers ended up with Windsor Spitfire season tickets.
Always a negotiator. Greg, your positive attitude, confidence, fierce determination, sincere kindness, and charm are just a few of the amazing qualities that make you the incredible man you are today. You've accomplished so much already, and we can't wait to see what the future has in store for you, Mariola.
It comes as no surprise to us that Prince Charming got himself the first overall pick. Mariola, you are a great asset to our team. Oh, excuse me, I mean family. We want to officially welcome to our family, though you have been part of our family since the first day we met you. It is so easy to see why Greg fell in love with you. You always have a smile on your face. You are first to offer a helping hand, and you are a thoughtful, hardworking, caring, beautiful woman who brings the best out in Greg. Thank you for taking care of him. We know it's no easy job.
To Mariola's family, Mark, Alicia, Natalie, and Zach, thank you for raising such a wonderful young woman. You are the most gracious, loving souls, and we are grateful for the way you've embraced Greg and our family with open arms into your family.
Greg and Mariola, the two of you are surrounded today by people who are also happy to share in your special day. Separately, you two are amazing people, but together, you are even better.
Back one here. We don't give advice, but the only advice we want to give you is to appreciate the small stuff and practice it. A sunny day, times with family and friends, and remember, you're only dancing on this earth for a short while.
Let's raise a toast to Mariola and Greg. I can go now.
Take care. It's yours.
That's funny. This is such a shame.
Why you gotta make me cry again?
That's great,
I could see this
That's awesome. That's good. Don't mind the sweat, it's just something I do whenever I'm breathing. Alright, leading up to today, I must have been asked a million times if I was nervous. It always made me laugh. The only things in life that ever made me nervous were things I'm unsure of. Well, I'm completely sure about my love for this amazing girl beside me, who just so happens to be incredibly beautiful. If you look at both of us up here side by side, I'm gonna have to say she's the one that might have to be nervous, marrying this freckled, bald, squinty-eyed retired bowler. I'll circle back to my gorgeous wife, Mariola, at the end of this speech, but we have a couple thank yous to dish out before that. First of all, we'd like to thank Kathy and all the Wooden Stick staff for all their hard work in making this amazing day possible. Amir, Pat, Jolene, you guys are great. Thanks for doing your thing out here today. DJ Linz, thanks for everything so far, and in advance for setting the dance floor on fire tonight. Also, a big thanks that everyone made it out here today. You guys all mean a lot to Mariola and I, and we're so happy that you could all be here for a big day. We really appreciate the distance traveled by all. We're gonna have to single out Mariola's family that made it from Germany. I barely have a grasp on English, but I'll give this a try. Dziękuję bardzo za przyjechaliście na nasze wesele. Kochamy was 100 lat. We'll try to keep this short because we know everyone is looking forward to getting this party started, and I personally can't wait to one-touch a couple drinks with our friends and family.
All right, I'll take over here. First of all, I want to say the biggest thank you to my bridesmaids. Not only are they absolutely stunning, but they have been the greatest friends I could have ever asked for. I am so blessed to have you all in my life. You have all made nursing school and life in general so much more fun. The Harris Hotel and Cancun stories will live on forever. Hey ladies, put your number 2s in the air if you did it on them. Inside joke. Love you girls so much. Groomsmen, you all look fine tonight. Thanks for making sure Greg made it here on time and that his shoes are tied. My beautiful sister, Natalie, I have no words to describe how much you mean to me. You are definitely the smarter of us two, and I know someday you will be ruling the world. You have helped me so much to bring this day together, and I will be forever grateful. Growing up with you was an absolute blast. Thank you for actually never telling Mom and Dad about that time I punched you in the face. By accident, of course. Oops, sorry, Mom and Dad. You and Zach are absolute beauties, and I can't wait to see what the future has in store for you two. The name is, oh. This is too high for me. The name is family. Thank you all so much for welcoming me right into the family day one. Patty and Gary, I have gained the most loving, caring, best meal making, and toughest, yes, I'm talking about you, Red Barn Gary, second set of parents, and I couldn't be luckier to have you in my life. Patty, you have raised an incredible man who I can now call my husband. I see so many of your qualities in him, and I cannot wait to spend the rest of my life with him. Gary, you are the best father-in-law a girl could have asked for. Can't wait to see you out there tonight, rocking the pec shake. Carly, my beautiful sister-in-law, I am so happy to have gained an amazing sister like you. You and Bobby are the ultimate couple, and Greg and I always have the best time with you too. We are so in love with our beautiful niece, Maddie, and we can't wait to watch her grow and make many amazing memories with you guys. Okay, Garrett. Where do I start? Oh, whoops, hang on, I'm a little quick.
Yeah.
You have got to be the funniest, most charismatic, fun guy to be around. I brought this blanket for you. Please, someone here today, request the song Hotel California, and you will see a show like no other. You can pass that to him. Garrett, thank you so much for marrying one of my best friends, who I can now officially call my sister. You and Krista have been so amazing to us, and I couldn't have asked for a better brother and sister-in-law. So thank you. Mom and Dad, thank you so much for everything. Words cannot describe how grateful I am. Jesteście najlepsi na świecie i jestem bardzo wdzięczna, że jesteście tacy niesamowity. Little Polish. Mom, you are the sweetest, most loving person. You always have a smile on your face. You may be small, but wow, do you ever keep Dad in his place. You are the absolute best. I love you. Dad, I never thought I would say this, but thank you for being such a hard ass growing up. You have raised me to believe in myself and my values. I have acquired some of your sweet dance moves, which you guys will all see tonight, and your very loud voice, which my work friends can protest to. Or attest to. Attest. I love you so much.
All right, my turn now. Both wedding parties, good job being awesome this whole time. Girls, you look amazing. Guys, you look just okay. Bren, thanks for having my back in the whole haircut thing. Nat, you're awesome. Thanks for welcoming me to the family. Thanks for all the hard work you put into our wedding. I know it took a lot of time and creativity. I'm sure that Mariola will repay the favor when you and Zach are going through the same thing. Alicia and Mark, there's not enough good words I could put down on paper about you two. Alicia, I wasn't sure there was anyone that could cook like my mom or Aunt Christine, but your food rivals anyone. I've only put on a cool 30 pounds since me and Mariola started dating, but you still claim I don't eat enough. Mark, I'd love getting together just to have a beer, laugh, and talk about absolutely anything. Your work ethic, humor, and passion are extremely admirable. Picking up a second set of parents like you two is like winning the lottery. Thanks for all your generosity and support for Mariola and I over the years, especially for today. I think you guys know it, but I'll say it anyways. I love you guys, and I'll do absolutely anything for your daughter. My big sister, Carly, you're the only reason I ever got out of grade 5. You've always taken care of me, and it was nice having a sibling I could look up to as a role model. You're the only one in our family that our parents never had to worry about because you've always just been the best person ever. Bobby's a rock solid. I can't even believe how much I love your baby Maddie. I'm going to be the uncle who feeds her too much sugar and lets her watch R-rated movies by the time she's 8, so I apologize in advance. My best man Garrett, good job on the speech today. Thought you could have delivered a little bit more slowly. Maybe taking the marbles out of your mouth. Holy frig, you're a weapon. It's really weird how things worked out between us. Growing up, I just needed to find a way to beat you in anything because you're always the best at everything. From sports or even just being the funniest man in the room. Once I got a taste of victory against you around the age of 13, you've been on a massive athletic slump. You're the reason I'm a terrible loser and an ignorant winner. I'm really lucky to have an older brother and a best friend like you growing up. You and Krista are amazing and were instrumental in me and Mariola hitting it off, so thanks. I love both of you. My beautiful mom, Patty, and my freakishly strong father, Gary. I can't even begin to describe everything you two have done for me. Thanks for instilling so many values into us growing up and emphasizing that family always comes first. Growing up with our cousins was some of the best times I've ever had in my life. You provided every opportunity for all of us growing up and were constantly supporting and guiding us through millions of situations over the years. I know I can lean on both of you for anything, and I hope I'm a quarter of the parent to our kids that you were to us growing up. I think one of the biggest things I've learned, probably through observing more, is how to absolutely be all in on everything you do or don't bother doing it at all. This mindset has helped me accomplish a lot over the years, It's also led to a couple hangovers here and there, but it's been worth it. I love you guys so much. I don't even know what else to say.
Greg, my husband, we are finally married. You have made every day the last 4 years so special. You are always making me laugh, and you have really expanded my knowledge on every single sport imaginable. I'm talking darts, golf, hockey, whatever. But actually, just kidding. I usually don't really know what's going on. I just cheer when he cheers. Greg, thank you for putting up with my many questions and comments all the time, especially when we're watching movies and shows. Game of Thrones, Season 3, Red Wedding. Sorry if none of you have seen it, but spoiler alert, everyone dies, and I'm sitting there asking Greg what we're having for dinner tomorrow. I know you are going to be the best husband. You are already the best dog dad to our little Zoe. I wish she could be here. I do have some cute pictures of these two sleeping together if anybody wants to see later. I'm so happy to be married to you and can't wait to see what sports we'll be watching tomorrow afternoon. I love you so much.
To my beautiful wife, Mariola, wow. It's hard to even write down things I want to say about you without tearing up. Thanks for crying at your wedding, Luke. It makes me feel a lot better up here. You mean everything to me, and my love for you is completely genuine. You're the nicest, most caring person I've ever met. You're both intentionally and unintentionally hilarious. I'm really lucky to be able to come home to you every day for the rest of our lives. We deal with ups and downs by talking things through and always ending every situation off with a good laugh. We're both pretty weird, but I feel like we're completely ourselves around one another. I promise to always support you in everything you do and put you ahead of hockey on my priority list for good. I can't wait to start our family and take on life together side by side. I absolutely love you, Oli. So happy you're officially my wife today. And with that, I just want to tell everyone, let's enjoy the night. These nights happen too fast, so slow down, relax, turn up the music, and let's have a good time. You guys good?
My life just wouldn't be the same if you want me. Come sunny skies or rain, when you need me, just call my name. If you miss me, I'll be there to brush the sunlight from your hair. I'll be there to guide you when trouble walks beside you. If you need me, I'll be there. And when this dirty world has been called Baby, you pick me up off the ground. So if you need me, I'll be there.
Alone in the kitchen, blue paint on the chimney, everything's ready to go. Yeah, it's a boy, he's due next week, she's excited, her heart's on the glow. She turns on the radio, and she dances with her little man, spinning around, belly in hand, 'cause she knows there'll come a day some lucky girl will dance in her place. She holds on as long as she can to her little man. She held that baby so tight in her arms. One day she blinked too wrong. Those first steps together, they filled up her heart as he heads off his senior prom. She says, how about a dance with Mom? And she dances with her little man, spinning around, hand in hand, 'cause she knows that there'll come a day and some lucky girl will dance in her place. She holds on as long as she can to her little